So this next issue is really something else. It's a stark reminder of a mindset that's still out there. I mean, I'm sure many of us naively thought, oh, it's totally gone. It's not. Arkansas Public Television refuses to air Arthur episode with gay wedding. So here's what the spokesperson for the state network that made the decision said, quote, "While ideally parents watch our programming with their children and discuss it with them afterwards, the reality is that many children, some of them younger than age 4, watch when a parent is not in the room. In realizing that many parents may not have been aware of the topics of the episode beforehand, we made the decision not to air it on our main channel." Okay, but it's not like Arthur's blowing a dude in a highway bathroom. So who cares about, oh my God, what about the kids? Yeah, what about the kids? If you would show a straight wedding in an Arthur episode, and that would be fine, then it should be fine to show a gay wedding. Now, again, I get it. If there was anything overtly sexual, then of course not. You don't want to show that to kids. But there's not anything overtly sexual. It's just a gay wedding. So again, if they would show a straight wedding, then they should show the gay wedding. But my guess is they would show a straight wedding, and they're not going to show the gay wedding, and they're hiding behind the bullshit of, like, what about the kids? But again, the only time you should be concerned about the kids is if there's anything overtly sexual. So this is an instance of, you have to understand who the original social justice warriors are. The social justice warriors are the evangelical Christians and the social conservatives who will stop at nothing to not feel uncomfortable and not be triggered for a split second. Like, they don't want anything that gets them in their feels. They don't want anything that they slightly disagree with to be presented to them, because God forbid it does, all of a sudden it's a national scandal and you're poisoning the minds of the children and little Bobby and little Timmy want to go blow somebody. It's beyond ridiculous. And I feel like this kind of authoritarianism doesn't get the same coverage that it used to. Now, some would argue it's because it doesn't exist as much. I think that's total nonsense. We had total Republican control of government until the last election. Now, at least the Democrats have the House back, but many state legislatures are still run by Republicans, and this is a kind of pervasive attitude. And understand, in this case, it was a TV network, so it had nothing to do with politicians, but it's a PBS affiliate, and you still had them make a decision like, no, we're going to kind of censor this episode or pull this episode and run a different one because we're not comfortable with showing a gay wedding. It's not, you shouldn't be coddling social conservatives. You shouldn't. In the same way that you shouldn't coddle, people who are socially liberal. Imagine, but see, that's the thing. There's a false equivalence there, because there is no backlash to some show showing a straight marriage. Nobody on the left is like, how could you? You should make that a gay marriage. Nobody does that. So, but their reaction should be the same when it comes to gay marriages. Can you imagine if in Arthur episode or some other cartoon or whatever, they have an interracial marriage and there's a backlash? I say that, but as I'm saying it, I'm realizing there was actually a backlash a while ago over, I think it was a Cheerios ad that had an interracial couple. There were some, deeply socially conservative, in this case, totally racist people who were like, yeah, we're not cool with that. What's going on here? So, listen, representation matters. It's true. Representation matters. And if that cartoon makes even one gay person, no matter how young they are, kid, feel normal, that's good. That's a positive thing. So there should be representations of interracial couples and interracial marriages. There should be representations of gay couples and gay marriages. And again, you don't have to, I get the concern of, oh my God, you're overreaching for no reason. Like, if you're doing diversity simply for diversity's sake and it's not part of the plot or it doesn't mesh, then I get the criticism. But that's more of an artistic and creative criticism of, oh my God, this is abrasive in how you're presenting it, versus a substantive criticism. You should have representation, and it should be included in a natural, normal way. You don't have to shove it down everybody's throat. You can present it in a way where it's tasteful And you go, oh, okay, that's cool. That makes sense. And this Arthur cartoon seems to make perfect sense. Because again, they're not shoving it down everybody's throat. It's just part of the plot. So the original social justice warriors, authoritarian righties, social conservatives, they did not go away. I need everybody to understand that. And unfortunately, too many today don't seem to get that.